Title: The Sword of Shadows. Genre: mythical thriller. Duration: 10 minutes. Scene 1. The journey begins. Extension. Scenic mountain road. Day. The six couples, full of life, laughter, and excitement, drive along a winding mountain road toward an unknown destination. The sun shines brightly, and nature's beauty surrounds them. Narrator: VO. Six couples embarked on a journey to explore the wonders of an ancient forest, unaware that their adventure would soon become a battle for their very lives. Couple 1, Jason and Lucy. Jason, a tall and athletic man, laughs with Lucy, a stunning woman with a magnetic charm. Couple 2, Ethan and Sophia. Ethan, a confident and muscular man, steals a glance at Sophia, who radiates beauty and grace. Couple 3, Marcus and Arya. Marcus, strong and reserved, converses with Arya, whose eyes have an otherworldly spark. Couple 4, Ryan and Ella. Ryan jokes with Ella, a bubbly, enchanting woman, who laughs, her presence lighting up the scene. Couple 5, Luca and Maya. Luca, a man with broad shoulders, and Maya, a captivating, fierce spirit, enjoy the drive, eager for what lies ahead. Couple 6, Alex and Belle. Alex, a quiet and composed man, gazes at Belle, whose serenity is the perfect balance to his calm demeanor. Scene 2, the tent in the jungle. Extension. Jungle camp, night. The couples arrive at a clearing deep in the jungle. They set up a large camping tent under a starry sky. The night air is filled with the sounds of the jungle, crickets chirping, leaves rustling. The group enjoys a campfire meal, laughing and sharing stories. Narrator: VO. As night fell, the jungle grew alive with secrets and stories that have been passed down for generations. They didn't know it, but this was a place where time had no power. Only ancient forces. Jason. To the group. I've heard of the Sword of Shadows that is said to haunt these forests. They say it was forged by an ancient evil. Lucy. Laughing. Jason, don't tell us ghost stories now. Ryan. Grinning. Come on, Jason. You've been reading too many adventure novels. They all laugh, unaware of the darkness that lurks beyond the trees. The camera pulls back from the campfire, showing the dense jungle and the faint outline of something moving in the shadows. Scene 3, the horror strikes. Extension. Jungle, later that night. The couples are asleep in their tents. Suddenly, the sound of heavy footsteps and rustling wakes them. A tall, imposing figure in dark armor emerges from the shadows, a villain wielding a massive, glimmering sword. Narrator: VO. And then, the ancient evil returned, not as a legend, but as a nightmare. The Sword of Shadows had found its prey. The villain steps into the camp, swiftly and silently. One by one, the men are slain. The sound of the sword slicing through the air echoes, and the men fall. Ethan, panicked. No. Please. The villain's sword strikes without mercy, and Ethan is killed. Marcus, shouting, run. Get away from here. But it's too late. The villain moves in an instant, taking Marcus' life. Each subsequent attack is swift and brutal, with the camera focusing on the terror of the victims before they are slain. The men fall, their bodies silent in the jungle night. Scene 4, the last woman standing. Extension. Jungle, night. Belle, one of the last remaining women, wakes up with a start. She hears the chaos, the screams of her friends, and the sickening sound of the sword cutting through flesh. Panic sets in, but she gathers her courage. Belle, whispering to herself, I have to survive. For them. She looks around, spotting her friends' lifeless bodies and the looming figure of the villain, now standing over the last couple, Lucy. Belle grabs a nearby branch and hides in the shadows, watching as the villain approaches Lucy. The villain raises his sword to strike. Belle acts fast. She throws the branch as a distraction, catching the villain off guard. In that split second, she lunges forward, knocking the sword out of his hands. Villain, roaring, you dare challenge me? But Belle is already one step ahead. She grabs the sword and uses her agility and intelligence to outmaneuver him. She strikes at his weak points, her movements calculated and precise. With a final blow, Belle drives the sword into the villain's chest. The villain collapses, his dark armor crumbling as he dies. Scene 5, the aftermath. Extension. Jungle, dawn. The sun rises over the jungle. Belle stands over the fallen villain, breathing heavily. Her clothes are stained with blood, but her eyes burn with resolve. The once menacing figure lies defeated at her feet. Narrator, VO. In the end, it was not strength, but courage and wit that saved her. She faced the Sword of Shadows and became the legend herself. Belle walks toward the campfire, the only survivor. Her eyes hold a deep sadness, but there's also an unwavering strength in them. Scene 6, the story told. Extension. Mountain Road, The camera pans out from Belle, now much older, standing in front of a new group of travelers, telling her tale. Belle softly, but with conviction. We were fools to venture into the heart of that jungle. But we learned that even the darkest forces can be overcome if you refuse to give up. The younger travelers listen intently as she finishes her story. Belle, looking at them. What happened that night is real. The Sword of Shadows still exists. And it's waiting for its next victim. Fade out. The end. Key themes. Mythical legend. The villain and the sword are part of an ancient myth, making the story timeless and steeped in mystery. Survival and wit. Belle survives not by brute force, but by using quick thinking and strategy, highlighting intelligence over physical power. The power of storytelling. The ending ties the tale back to Belle telling her story to a new generation, leaving a lasting legacy. This script maintains a thrilling atmosphere with a strong female protagonist, blending romance, adventure, and mythical elements in a suspenseful, short time frame.